Live from Fox 56 Sports, this is Home Team Friday Nights, sponsored by Aptiva Health Orthopedics.
Welcome into Home Team Friday Nights, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us late, almost midnight here. I'm Colby Wilson alongside Jordan Adams. And of course, Connor will have you covered in Connor's Corner. We're going to get right into it, kicking things off with a rivalry in the city, the Battle of the Blue. Jordan, you were live at 6:30. How was that environment there?
It was great. They had a lot of tailgating from students, family, and stuff like that. Bunch of different food trucks. I was getting a little hungry, but I was able to get something before the game. But it was a great environment before. But Colby, nothing's going to beat this highlight, so I'm going to keep it real with you. So let's get straight to it. Lexington Christian hosting Lexington Catholic, the Battle of the Blue. We're going to start in the fourth quarter. Handoff up the gut to Jack Wedding, and he makes one move, and he's gone, folks. Touchdown Knights. LexCath goes for two, and they get it to make it 21-14. Later on in the quarter, LCA QB Nash Whalen is going to plow his way into the end zone, and after a made PAT, this game is tied for the first time this evening. Eagles get the stop on defense they need, but only have around a minute to get the ball down the field, but this will certainly help. Whalen throwing a bomb to Jeremiah Burbridge, who comes down with it. They get the spike off Colby, and then 2 plays later, Whalen drops it in the bucket to Tyler King for the game-winning touchdown. Just 14 seconds left on the clock in the Battle of the Blue. 28-21 is your final score. Here's what Coach had to say after the game.
We've been down 7-0 at least at every game we played. Last week we were down 14-0, came back and were able to get back in it. So our guys are used to it, and that's why we play this schedule. You learn a lot about yourself, and that's an example of that.
We drove to play in the huddle. I mean, I knew TK is a great player. I knew he was down there somewhere, so I threw it, let him go get it.
Down 13-0, and they get the win, Colby.
Big time. Scott County hosted Madison Central tonight. The Indians were up 21-7 at the half. Now third quarter, Carson Hurst drops back to find the senior Kintez Compson down the right side wide open. He makes the grab, and yes, he is to the house with this one. No one catching him. A 56-yard touchdown. Madison Central goes up 28-7. After going quiet, Scott County does respond. Charlie Ellison finds Anderson Owens in the back of the end zone to cut into the deficit, but Madison Central would not be denied. It's Corinthian Barnes with the rushing touchdown. Indians break Scott County's 4-game win streak. Final score 34-14. Connor, what you got in Connor's Corner?
Well, guys, we talked about it during the showcase that we're excited for some teams who are starting new chapters in their programs. And one of those is the Danville Admirals, who are sitting at 3-1 thanks to new head coach Steve Stonebreaker, who let me inside the Ads locker room for tonight's Inside Access.
Effort, physicality. We know that's what it's going to take. Homecoming night. But you're the show. Without a football game, there's no homecoming. You're the show. All right? This is the first time we've been at home in 3 weeks. All kinds of people have been traveling with you, supporting you, waiting for you to get back home, to have this here again in our stadium. You are the show.
I'm ready to run through the brick wall. Let's go. The Danville Admirals back at home, like Coach Stonebreaker said, after 3 weeks on the road, taking on District Pro Washington County. And Javion Mose got the message in the locker room as he steals the show on his first carry of the game. Had to step out of the way real quick, but he glides down the sideline, does step out of bounds, but gets a big gain for the Ads. And Coach Stonebreaker, calm, cool, and collected, just like his running back, as he's going to take the pitch, and tacklers just slide off him like it's nothing, and as he glides into the end zone. And it was a good homecoming night for the Ads as they beat Washington County 21-12. It was a very historic night. Not only did they get the win, they improved to 4-1. It was their first district win in 3 years. And with the win against Washington County, they improved to a perfect 13-0 all-time against the Commanders. So congrats to Coach Stonebreaker and the Ads. And while Jalen Mose obviously stood out, I'm keeping my eye on plenty of players across the Bluegrass that are standing out to me. And tonight's player is at the top of Mount Vernon. It is the man that makes the rocket engine go for Rockcastle County, Isaiah Jackson. The senior running back has been a workhorse for the Rockets this season, rushing for over 600 yards in just 4 games on 50 rushing attempts. And once again, quick math, not my strong suit, but over 12 yards a carry, guys. And he has some great breakaway speed and some twitch, which makes him hard to bring down. He already has a couple offers, including one from EKU. I'm sure more will roll in as the season continues. And they scored at least 40 points in every game this season, thanks in part to Jackson, and he's hoping to power them through a trip to Kroger Field as they take on 5A opponent Madison Southern tonight. But coming up next on Home Team Friday Nights, we are bringing things back to the city with the matchup between Bryan Station and Pates Creek. Stay with us.
We're the Devil Cheerleaders, and you're watching Home Team Friday Nights.
From Fox 56 Sports, you're watching Home Team Friday Nights.
County Student Section, and you're watching Home Team Friday Nights.
The bald cap. All right, I'm digging it.
Welcome back into Home Team Friday Nights. Bryan Station returned home after a huge 8-3 win on the road against Ballard last Friday. Tonight, the defenders hosted Tates Creek.
That's right. The Commodores needing to get back in the win column, and the defenders looking to keep their win streak going. First quarter, Darnell Burnside Jr. under center gives a little toss to a running Tristan Taylor. The senior gets outside, all eyes set for the end zone. Can he get in? I mean, you bet he can. Tates Creek takes the early lead 7-0. Now it's Station's turn to respond. Colson Carpenter takes the snap, moves out to the left side, looks downfield, sends one to the end zone, and there's Michael Sainez for the touchdown grab. Game all tied up at 7-7 still in the first. Defenders' defense came up big. Have to shout it out. Watch the effort from Elijah Bojang. Makes the tackle and just takes this ball out of the hands of Marquise Hale. That ball going the other way, and Bryan Station would win this one 35-14.
All right, down to Nicholasville, where we got the East Jess Jaguars hosting Lincoln County. Lincoln County starting off strong. Tucker Foster is going to call his own name on the QB sneak to put the Patriots up 6-0. East Jess trying to respond. Bryce Bentley hits Brady Cummins, who's going to make a couple guys miss here and take it to the end zone. Ooh. But Colby, there's going to be a holding call on the play, so no touchdown. Wipe it off, folks. The Patriots would take advantage. Reed Curlis goes up the gut to finish off another scoring drive, so it's 13-0 the away team, and things were getting chippy. East Jess would respond this time, though. Bentley finds his guy Dalton Brock to get the Jaguars finally on the board, but in the end, it was all Lincoln County in this one. 40-37, I should say, in a shootout.
Well, Great Crossing was taken on Dunbar at home on homecoming night. The Warhawks led early, but the Bulldogs find a way to respond. Dominic Faulkner drops back to find a running Jay-Sean Crosby downfield. Crosby puts on the Jets, flies by some Warhawks to get in the end zone. They go for 2. It's successful. Bulldogs now lead 8-7, but not for long. Warhawks' Grant Rock hands it off to the star. Senior Luke Ballard makes 2 miss. Oh, there goes another. What a run from Ballard to punch this one in. Great Crossing now in front 13-8. Tonight, ultimately just a night for the Warhawks, taking down Dunbar 55-36.
All right, Southwestern and Mercer County both searching for that elusive first win of the 2025 season. The Titans open the second half with not 1 but 2 onside kicks, and both are successful. So Coach Craig Geese leaving it all on the table for that first win, and Mercer County is going to be able to capitalize as Cornelius Mott finds Jacob Sanford, and he says, "Get off me," as he goes in for his 4th touchdown of the night. Right here, the Warriors, though, doing it the old school way, as Zach Benedict is going to call his own number, the QB, right here, and he's going to find the painted area for the end zone, and Southwestern was unable to pull away, and they finally get a win column as they beat Mercer County 53-30.
All right, some other scores on the night. Douglas taking down Corbin 28-7. How about Rockcastle County 42-7 over Madison Southern? South Laurel with the win over Wayne County 38-13, and Sayre 35-0 over Bracken County.
We still got plenty of more highlights left for you tonight. After the break, we'll head out to Frankfort, a showdown between Paintsville and Frankfort next on Home Team Friday Nights, so keep it here.
We're the East Jess Cheerleaders.
From Fox 56 Sports, you're watching Home Team Friday Night.
Home Team Friday Nights on Fox 56.
All right, we head to Sauer Field in Frankfort, where the Panthers welcome the Paintsville Tigers. Frankfort still looking for its first points of the season. Early in the first, and the Tigers take control. Parker Helton puts a long one in the air to find his receiver, Anderson Lawford, who catches it and runs it in for the touchdown. Tigers go up 8-0. The Panthers talk it over as they struggle to cover the Tigers just at all defensively. 6:17 to go in the first. Tigers trail 22-0. They punt it off. It's blocked and goes in the hands off Colton Short, who takes it down the field. The Tigers go on to score 36 points in the first quarter alone. The Panthers, however, get their first points of the season in the 50-6 loss.
All right, down the road at Western Hills, they celebrated tonight with homecoming, and the hype showed early with the Wolverines up 28-8 at the end of the first half. With a little bit over 8 to go in the third, Jairus Jackson gets the carry and muscles his way into the end zone for the touchdown. 3 defenders on him, but they still couldn't stop him on that play, Colby.
Big time.
The Green Devils looking to make a comeback, and it starts with an outside run here from Malachi Kennedy at the end of the fourth. Now, in the fourth quarter, the Green Devils run it in for another score, but it's all good, folks. Western Hills just barely holds on as the Wolverines win this one 35-30.
All right, West Jets hosting Lafayette tonight in a battle of 2 teams. Second quarter, West Jets up 12-7. Caleb Jones gets the handoff and spins a couple guys right there off and to put the Colts in the end zone to go up 19-7. The Generals looking to respond now. Jehovanis Kondo fires toward the sideline, and Luke Allen reads him just like a book and comes up with the interception right before half to preserve the 12-point lead. Neither team could get much going in the second half as penalties, of course, killed drives for both teams. West Jets comes out on top in this one 26-13.
All right, we got some other scores for you. Henry Clay falling tonight to Dixie Heights 46-25. Some 5A action, Montgomery County and Estill County going at it. Estill getting the 24-14 win. Harlan taking down Berea 18-14. And then St. Francis, DeSales and GRC going at it, but the Cardinals fall in this one 35-21.
Well, you know it's that time. We will bring you the top 3 plays of the night for you all to vote on coming up on the other side of the break.
From Fox 56 Sports, you're watching Home Team Friday nights.
Welcome back, Jordan. I do have to say you are on a roll with the plays of the week. Franklin County took it home last week, so that's 2 in a row for you. Connor and I need to pick it up. All right, let's get into play 1. We're shouting out the defense in play 1. Tates Creek, Darnell Burnside takes a shot downfield, but Elijah Bojang says not so fast. Snags this one out of the wide receiver's hands. I mean, check this out. Little alligator roll, just completely manhandles him to snag this one big time on the defense side, and Bryan Station gets the win. Jordan can play 2, win it again.
I think so, because this was a huge play. Nash Whalen throwing a bomb to his boy TK in the end zone. Number 1, he got that number 1 jersey for a reason, folks. He's their number 1 wideout, and he catches the game winner in the Battle of the Blue, and he takes down an arch rival 28-21. It's going to be hard to top, folks.
Guys, I'm giving it my best shot to dethrone Jordan. Jacob Sanford of Mercer County, living up to the name Titan as he takes the pass, shoves a defender off him for what would be his 4th touchdown of the night. It would be a losing effort, but Sanford leaving it all out in the field and leaving defenders on the field for his squad.
All right, folks, now you've seen the plays. This is how you vote. You can scan the QR code on your screen right now, or in just a little bit, you can head to our website, watch the plays back, and vote there. Voting will close on Tuesday at 5 p.m., and we're going to announce our winner just a few hours after that, Tuesday night at 6:30 p.m. So make sure to get out there and show some support to your team.
Absolutely. We've had the votes come in, so please keep it up. So far this season, the student sections have stepped it up. Just off the top of my head, Madison Central was great last week, and I was there. Also, its rival Madison Southern brought a lot of hype. So with that being said,
well, it's pretty simple. When we show up, we want to see who has the most hype. We'll come up to your student section. You show us your stuff, your best school spirit. And if we think you got the hype, we'll give you a banner to hang with pride in the gym at the end of the season. And Western Hills is showing their case for the most hype student section.
Hey Fox 56, we are Western Hills student section, and we got the hype!
We got the hype! We got the hype! We got the hype! We got the hype! We got the hype! We got.
okay, a little jingle bells.
Yeah,
like
not
it.
too bad, not too bad. All right, now we're in week 5, and here's our home team Super 6. Coming in at number 1, no surprise, is the Franklin County Flyers. They continue to fly high this season, undefeated. They dominated Shelby County tonight. Lincoln County next week on the schedule. Number 2, Rockcastle County wins against Madison Southern, and against they'll be taking on Clay County next week. Scott County lost to Madison Central tonight, 34-14. They're going to host Collies next week. Number 4, Boyle County. It used to be called Titletown. Maybe it still is. They had a bye week, but they're at Ballard next week, so that should be a good one. And then Sarah, another big win on the road, 35-0 over Bracken County. They'll host Newport next week. And finally, it's going to be Lincoln County. They beat East Just 40-37, and the clash of unbeatens next week when they take on #1 Franklin County. So could be a huge game. Some honorable mentions: Danville back on the road against Suwanee next week.
Looking forward to any, Connor?
I mean, that Danville game, obviously Lincoln County. Lincoln County finally breaks into the top 6, and they're undefeated. Franklin County's undefeated, so that'll be a great clash. Frederick Douglass finally getting hot. They go on the road and beat Corbin, which is always impressive. And Bryan Station getting Coach Haskins some wins for him.
Absolutely. Like I said, we've always said before, this list will continue to fluctuate with the amount of games we have that are surprises and some people stepping up that we wouldn't expect. Well, thank you so much for staying up late with us tonight. We really appreciate it. We hope you all have a great weekend.